Okay, sorry I accidentally hit stop like I have many times with you guys. So, pause and stop aren't the same thing, sorry. The second objective is function composition. In a nutshell, the output of one function is the input of another. The sound in the background is the stupid cat playing with a box, so sorry. It can be written two ways. I always saw it with parentheses when I was younger, so that's the way I look at it. Let's say you're given f of x and g of x. You can write it as f of g of x or f of g of x. Both are spoken f of g of x. And basically, the output of g is the input of f. So sometimes if you know what numbers they're dealing with, it's easier to go ahead and figure out numerically what value g of x would give you at a point, get that number, then put it into f. Sometimes they just want you to manipulate the rules themselves, the algebraic rules themselves. So we're going to start out, flip over here, find one real quick. I can't find one real quick. It's not real good. I'll do one of yours. I know you hate that. Okay. Given, this is number 4. Let's do 16. F of x is 1 over x minus 6, and g of x is 7 over x plus 6. They want you to find both f of g of x and g of f of x. So let's do the first one. The first one is f of g of x. That's where we're going to take g and we're going to put it into x's location on f. So f of g of x is going to equal 1 over 7 minus x plus 6, and then minus 6. Because you basically put all of that into that one little spot. Don't forget the minus 6, because this plus 6 is a whole different number. And so then you can see, when you simplify this, we just get 1 over 7 over x. Remember your rules. Write your first number down, change divide to multiply, flip it over. So we end up with x over 7. Now let's see what we get when we do g of f of x. This time we're going to put 1 over x minus 6 into this x. So we're going to have a compound fraction here. 7 over 1 over x minus 6, and then we still have a plus 6 sticking out here on the end. So we gotta, that's why you can't forget any of your algebraic properties and rules you've learned so far. So first fraction, this first compound fraction, write the numerator down, change divide to times, flip the second one over, and then you still have a plus 6. So we end up with 7x minus 42 plus 6, which is 7x minus 36. And again, I've told Miss Bowes that she might need to double check me sometimes because I'm going so fast on some of these. Domain restrictions, x couldn't be a 0. It doesn't ask for those on this section though. If it did, x couldn't be a 0 or a 6. Anything that would cause the original denominator to be 0 or the ending denominator to be 0 for that matter. The original input denominators couldn't be 0, but also the ending denominators couldn't be 0. I want to do number 18. Says f of x is x to the 4th plus 6th. G of x is x minus 6. And h of x is the square root of x. They want us to find f of g of h of x. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, that's enough parentheses. So you got to take your time. We're going to take this output, which we don't know what the number is, so for now the output is, whatever the input of x is, the output is the square root of x. We're going to put it into g. So we could start out by doing that part, or we could, let's go ahead. G of h of x will be square root of x minus 6. Now we're going to take this and put it there. So f of g of h of x equals this wowie zowie plus 6. I really don't know if they would have multiplied all that out. To do that to the 4th power is pretty dang hairy. It has to do with some binomial expansion. So we're going to leave it the way it is for now. I don't think they would have done that. So I think I'm going to call it quits for today because it is Algebra 2. You have done it before. You can refer to the book or Khan Academy or anything else. Use your time wisely. I've already taken over 20 minutes of it, I think. So good luck, and I'll see you after Thanksgiving. Went to the doctor today, and everything's going really well, and so I get to come back after Thanksgiving break as long as nothing happens between now and then. So be good and pay attention, boys. Okay, thank you.